Peter John Ross hosts a roundtable discussion with screenwriters.
Do you use the specialized software like Final Draft?
Final Draft.
What's
I usually use Celtics.
I use Celtics sometimes.
Free software for
Yeah.
screenwriting.
Movie Magic.
I used to Movie Magic. I used to do that.
Yeah.
I outgrew. It's like, I don't know what happened. I went through this phase and I just left it. It was like a child that I just abandoned on the road.
Oh no!
I know.
I picked up that child. I'm taking care of Movie Magic now.
That's good.
I've used all of them.
Yeah.
I've even used the Swift 97, the free Word template in Word, which is free, but it does all the formatting automatically.
That's nice.
I mean, how often has it been true for you? They always say that 1 page of screenplay format equals 1 minute of screen time. Has that been pretty true for you?
Early on it was, yeah, I think so, because the visuals were so important to me that, I'd find that, one of my first shorts was 12 minutes long, and the script was 12 pages. So it hit just about right. Maybe it's 12:30 or something. It was really close.
Lately I've been writing a lot more. There were less dialogue, and I find it's more per minute per page. It's like, I just did O Come All Ye Unfaithful, and I think the script was like 2.5 pages.
Oh, no.
And I was like...
And how long was the piece?
It was over 5 minutes.
Yeah. And I just thought, it would be like, oh, it'd be really short. And
it just got longer and longer.
There was so much action you have to get across. So.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's true, because the action descriptions could be 5 or 6 shots for one line.
Exactly.
When it comes to more action-oriented stuff in a screenplay.
There was no dialogue in it.
None whatsoever.
So, but I find it true that 1 page per minute was pretty true. So as long as you have some dialogue.
Yeah, dialogue's helpful.
So, and this is going to be for each of you. It's kind of, where do you come up with, where's the basic ideas for a lot of your stories come from? Does it come more from real life, or is it more pure fantasy, or where's the kind of the root of the majority of your screenwriting?
I think I have that bad habit that Fitzgerald has. I'm a bad eavesdropper. Like in restaurants, I like to watch people. I like to watch their habits. I was an actor for about 10 or 15 years, and so part of that understanding character thing is a big part of, I think, what goes into the writing too. So I watch people to kind of learn and understand, and then I sort of modify that in my fictional world, I guess. And the idea is, it's amazing. For me, they can come from a single note of music. They can come from a headline, and the headline might not then even be the story, but it's the energy in the headline that will facilitate the emotion. So for me, it's always been like, it's a visual or a sound, or it's not like it's historical, something is coming from my life as a child on the prairie, pigtails, no, just kidding. But no, that doesn't happen to me. It's really, it just tends to be something that's sort of, I just connect with something around me. And then I feel that dramatic center, when we get that dramatic center as writers, where you go, I have to write that story, whether it's kind of strange or funny, or I tend to write a lot more dramatic. And then from that, it just goes. And I can hear that dialogue immediately. And then boom, that's the first thing I do, because I'm just running, and then the dialogue is just sort of building it's like it's building that spine. And then I go back in and fill in the visuals. And then, of course, I will cut some dialogue, because there's no way it's perfect out the gate ever. But that's part of my process.
I usually keep a notebook with me. I have so many more film ideas than I would ever possibly do. It's just like occasionally I'll read through it and I'm like, oh, I don't remember that happening. So a lot of times though, just in reality, I like watch something and think about the possibilities of things, and it kind of makes me laugh. Like Heart, the movie about the cell phone. I was with my friend. We're at a coffee shop. He went out to smoke. I was like, it'd be funny if his phone were, text right now. I was responding back. So all this came pretty quickly of what ifs. I guess I think of what ifs all the time.
Oh, that is the question for every writer, is the what if question. Yeah. If you don't ask it, I don't think you're going to have a screenplay.
Where's your biggest inspirations come from?
Oh, Lordy. They come from lots and lots of places. You mentioned that you were an actress, and I did that circuit for about 13 years. You've got a few years on me for the acting, but community theater, I loved that whole thing, and I loved working with actors, and eventually I started doing choreography, and I found this whole world of dance and music. So today, to this very day, if I hear any song and that song touches me in some way, it can be very sad, it can be very happy. that will stay in my head for a very long time, and I'll just start getting pictures whenever I hear that song again. And sometimes I'll do the little notebook thing, and I'll just start writing out a little bit of a journal when I hear that music again. And then I'll just start seeing ideas forming of things little pictures I get in my head. I'll tell you what, music for me is probably the most inspirational thing.
Back to the music though, when you're working on a screenplay, do you build a soundtrack? Do you create specific songs that you listen to for characters, for scenes? Because I do that.
Oh yeah.
I have a soundtrack. It doesn't go in the screenplay, obviously, but it's
more like
inspirational.
It's inspiration. It informs me about the character or the scene. Do you do that as well?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I built a little web page, in fact, for myself. It's like a little production notes web page, and I put music for each character.
Well, you were talking about where ideas can't come from.
Yeah, we're talking about where the ideas come from.
And I've described it to people, and they act like I'm crazy sometimes, but it's like almost a static that like images form. And we were talking about it, and we're relating on it.
Right, because one thing people do, when you daydream, some people think, well, you have to have your eyes closed and be really focused and zoning.
No way.
But I can tell you now that even as I'm talking to you, I have a picture in my head of something, just because we were talking about it. You can get visions, you can get visuals in your head,
that's
even
what
though
happens
you're
to
carrying on a conversation with somebody. You may just get a little glimpse of something, and you'll
like
think
I
later,
zone out
wonder
into like
write
a
that.
story.
That's-
It's like it's just I'm not even there anymore.
But that's pretty much it.